Today I will teach you chokes, which can be useful in self-defense situation. As you can see, I will cover many various positions and choke variations. So stay with me until the end so you didn't miss any important detail. First of all, we need to break and control his posture. Try to hang on the opponent instead of pulling him down. Now let's make a rope from his clothes. We will use this rope in every single variations of the choke in this instructional video. In all cases, we will roll the fabric of the clothes to get a thick and robust piece of rope. We will use this rope to control and later to submit our opponent. Now let's look at the choke from guard. My left hand controls his posture and at the same time holds his shirt. My right hand grabs this rope and both hands are at the same side of his neck. Both hands pull down together to prevent him from posturing up. Now I lean to the right so that I can get my left hand on the opposite side of his neck. It is important to bring both forearms together and push our hands on his chest. The most common mistake is to spread your elbows when choking. In this case, the opponent can unlock our hands and put them apart, or completely pull his head out as you see now. So it is very important to keep the connection of the forearms, or he could insert his hand between mine. Don't left any space between your arms. Always lift yourself up instead of pulling the opponent to you. For completing the choke, let's look at this choke once more time. With the right hand we roll his shirt and put it to the left hand that controls his posture. Then insert right hand between our bodies to the right side of his neck and catch the rope. Both hands are on the same side of the opponent's neck now. I release the left hand pressure and lean to the right to get it on the left side of the neck. I push my elbows into his body and pull myself towards him. Now I am in a similar position where I grab his shirt, so as to control his posture, and, as you can see, the shirt must be stretched under his armpit, thus ensuring optimal control of the opponent. This time, he will put his hand in front of his face, and I can't thread my hand underneath him to finish him like in previous case. Now I must address his hand first to progress further. I am pushing his hand down, escape my hips to the side, thread my knee on his biceps, lift my hips up and push my hand as far away as possible so that I can pull my leg to me, and throw it over his head and finish so-called triangle. Let's take a look at it one more time. Right hand pulling the shirt up over his back, left hand checking the posture, draping the clothes into the left hand, and it's important that it's stuck into his armpit. Then pushing his wrist down, thread my leg in and over his head, crossing the legs and completing the triangle. Next choke from the guard will different in using the sleeves. Instead of whole t-shirt, I grab the sleeve with the right hand and insert the left hand into the resulting hole. I pass it under the neck of the opponent on his left side. We raise the hand towards our other hand and stretch both simultaneously to complete the choke. It's very important to control his posture. Grab a sleeve, put our right arm through under his neck and stretch both arms at the same time. We can do same choke by taking the shirt off his back and putting our arm through the back hole of his shirt. Now we will look at the similar choke from the mount position. In this case, you need to pay attention to the position of the shirt in relation to the opponent's neck. It's important to move the whole rope of fabric so that it is touching the opponent's neck before you starting to apply the choke. So before you will starting to stretch your arm, don't forget to shift your whole body to the opposite side of the opponent. Let's move on to the choke from the side position. While we will again catch the sleeve of the t-shirt, my hands are on the same side of the neck. We will use so-called baseball grip this time. It's important to get the fabric of the t-shirt to the opponent's neck to achieve the proper mechanic of the choke. I transfer my weight to my opponent's chest and bring both my elbows together. To execute the choke, we need to put our right arm, elbow towards the ground, and the left arm straightens along with the whole body, leaning on the opponent. Once again we repeat the choke. It is important to move towards the head to lean into his body, then pull the left hand up, and the right hand pushing the elbow to the ground. This choke is the so-called north-south cross choke. When beginning is same as in the previous case, with a slight variation. Left hand pulls the sleeve of the t-shirts under opponent's head, which means that we get both hands in a position where they can touch the ground. Then we move our body behind the opponent's head. We move our head to the opposite side of the opponent's body to apply pressure. To finish the choke, we need to pull both elbows towards our own hips. Now we look at the chokes from the back position. Again, we pull the whole shirt up and get a rope in our hand, into which we insert our left hand. Right hand pulls the shirt up, left hand goes over his neck. Both hands are joined behind the back of the opponent's neck, hands stretched to perform a choke. Similar to the previous variation of the choke, we can also use the fabric from the sleeve of the t-shirt. We again fold the sleeve with one hand, and the other hand again moving behind opponent's neck. Then stretch in both hands to tighten the choke. Finally, my favorite variation of choke, where we grab the fabric of his sleeve again and move our body slightly to the left, grabbing his leg under his knee and pulling our right arm to finish the choke. Let's repeat one more time. If you like this video of mine, don't forget to give a thumbs up. And of course to subscribe to my channel. Thank you and see you at the next video.